I need you all to strap in, sit down, buckle, wear your strap on, or what was it? Whatever, it doesn't matter. While I was gone, some crazy happened. As many of you know, after Willie Mack put out that video accusing or showing messages of Epstein, he's saying he has 60 gigabytes of potential child, whatever the fuck, and then he reported him to the police. Ethan Klein made a video titled, "He's 100% done. Jail." And then, as you might have guessed, Sex Destiny did not take kindly to that, and then said that he was going to do a stream, basically debunking that. And then Ethan Klein doubled down and said, "You know what? I'm going to make another video clarifying all this." So he made another one, and then Sex Destiny decided, okay, it's war then. It's war. Let's go. And now, I don't know how many of you guys watched this video. Ones, if you watched it. Twos, if you didn't. I guess just as a quick question. Oh, wow. Most of you haven't seen this? Really? Wow. Oh. Sorry, the video VOD on demand. Girl, no one watching this shit. No, he said people love the videos VODs on demand. He said they love it. The people love the VODs. Okay. I watched some of this and it was, oh my God, it was so funny. It was so amazing. Let's go. Can we watch it together? Can we watch it?
Welcome back, guys, to another video VOD on demand. Today, I'm going to be addressing...
So as a timeline, this comes out 2 days ago. This comes out on August 26th. So this comes out on Tuesday. I believe on Wednesday, Epstein does his stream. And then either Wednesday night or Thursday, Ethan Klein's old Reddit account, Troll, that is the full name. And I can say that it's Ethan Klein's account because Ethan Klein professed and admitted that it was his account. This is true. Here is the Instagram essay, where he admits that this is his account. He says, "Yes, my account username Troll made a few bizarre and edgy attempts at being funny. We'll get to that." The item tweet was pretty funny. I did laugh. I did. The trash man one was pretty good. All right. Denim's level of excitement for this is concerning. Sorry. It's not every day that your enemies get to fight each other. It's not every day that you get to watch some of the most dishonest people you know be dishonest to each other.
Once again, the allegations leveled against Destiny. Since we put out our last video, there's been a lot of chatter about things that we may have got wrong. So I'd like to clarify what I got wrong and also to clarify what I got right. So I do want to start, though, by setting the expectations and just kind of giving some context to who this guy Destiny is. I think a lot of people haven't seen this. And I feel this context is important when understanding this story. So if you'll indulge me here, I'm going to pull up some clips from this Ryan Beard video on him that was recently made. And I think these clips are more relevant now than ever before. So let's take a look at them. Section here of harming women. I'm going to show you guys a few.
Around the end of 2011, Destiny sexually assaulted a woman on his live stream. I'm not using the word allegedly here because we have video of him doing it, and he has openly admitted that it was sexual assault.
I would say that in my streaming career in the past, like totally publicly, like I completely and totally like assaulted a girl on stream before for like fucking 5 minutes or whatever. I got super fucking drunk and was like grabbing her fucking breast the entire time.
Later, Destiny has attempted to downplay his actions here by tweeting, "I was drunk off my ass literally for the first time in my life." And he said that at the time he didn't understand how bad it was, but now looking back years later, he understands that it was reprehensible behavior.
It's like that one guy, Mango, who got like totally canceled for but way worse. Mango wasn't actually groping people. And also I like this, there's this pretense that like, as long as you're radically honest about what you did, it's okay. It's like, it's called.
It's so sad that like Ethan Klein and Destiny are just like two sides of the same coin. And if they were willing to just consistently pick good people to pick on they would be super beloved, right? Like, do you guys remember when Ethan Klein was debating just pearly things? Like, that was amazing. That was great. Just do that. Just go back to doing that. Because even watching this is like, yeah, this is a good call out on this, that the way that pieces of shit like Destiny go about collecting or collecting adoring fans by saying, well, I'm radically honest about being a terrible person, so really it's fine. And by the way, the defense to that clip that Epstein recently came up with was, well, you know, I was just being hyperbolic. I know I said I was groping her or sexually assaulting her for 5 minutes, but it was actually just 5 seconds, okay? And she said she doesn't even really care about it anymore. She tweeted about it, saying she doesn't really care anymore.
Based. Did you just say you were groping a woman on stream for 5 minutes? But anyway, that's not, honestly, that's far from the worst thing I'm about to show you. Here's the next one where he admits to sharing photos of a 15-year-old who sent him bikini shots with his homies and how he couldn't barely resist the urge of wanting to have sex with her.
In 2012, when Destiny was 23, he shared in a group chat with a couple of his friends the messages, "You want to see the sickest shit in the world? So many fangirls. I had one that was 15. She wanted to meet and hook up. Dude, she's 15, what the fuck? But she sent me pictures that made it so hard to say no." Then Destiny linked a picture of this girl in a bikini in the chat and said, "Girl on the left, so hard to say no. Gonna get arrested one of these MLGs, man." So in these logs, when Destiny...
And if you guys were curious, the defense that Destiny came up with was, well, at that time on the internet, there were so many predators. And I was making a joke about being a predator.
He was 23, he said that it was really hard to turn down hooking up with this 15-year-old because she looked so good in this picture of her in a bikini. He then shared this lewd image of a child with his friends and said that he's gonna get arrested someday.
Imagine receiving a bikini pic from a 15-year-old in your DMs, a fan of yours, and being like, she's so fucking hot, I need to share this with the boys.
Chat log, I was talking with a bunch of other esports guys, and we were basically talking about how crazy the fucking jailbait is in the gaming communities. It's ridiculous. I think I said something along the lines of like, there are 15-year-old chicks that are like hot as fuck that will like try to send you pictures to like fuck you at events and shit, and it's like, you have to be really careful when you navigate that.
So what is the admitting to jerking off to 15-year-olds then? What is that in relation to?
I never admitted to jerking off. I think I just said like this, I think the log is something like this 15-year-old chick was trying to send me, or was sending me pictures of herself and she was hot as fuck. It's like really hard to like turn down some of these people. I think
Wait, how old was she?
She said she was 15.
So you did get pictures from a 15-year-old?
Not nudes though. Sorry, I should specify. I think a couple pics of her like at the beach or some shit. But
in swimwear?
Yeah.
So you're getting swimwear pics from 15-year-olds?
Yeah, hell yeah, dude. This shit is fucking crazy. Shit is fuck.
That's crazy. That's crazy. I'm sorry, guys. Anyone who's defending this man needs to know that, okay?
And again, this is the defense that Sex Pestiny comes up with. This is it. Are you ready for the intellectual takedown?
Anyone who's defending this man needs to know that, okay? But again.
Okay, so again for timeline, this is 2012, okay? 13 years ago when I was 23. I feel like if the goal is to say that I'm a... It feels kind of weird that I wouldn't the 15-year-old. I'm just saying if the...
Yes, correct. Yes.
Argument is going to be that I'm... Wouldn't I be posting saying like, look at this hot 15-year-old jailbait that I hooked up with? Wouldn't that be the statement or whatever? But regardless...
Your Honor, if I was a... Wouldn't I just be committing the crimes and admitting to it? Wouldn't I do? What the fuck?
But again, that's not it. That's not all, folks. Here's another one. When he was 26.
A couple years later in 2015, when Destiny was 26, he shared in his chat, "I would fuck the shit out of that 15-year-old. What the fuck? There's no way that chick is 15. So now we've seen two separate occasions.
Guys, this is not normal. You just don't type that kind of stuff. Unless you...
Dude, saying this your account that you admitted was your account was typing way worse shit is crazy. You just don't type that kind of stuff. And the most fucked up thing about this is like Ethan Klein was older than Destiny on all of these bad logs, on every single one. Let me show you guys, please. Excuse me. Sorry. I feel like.
Guys, this is not normal. You just don't type that kind of stuff unless you're like Jared Fogle in a chat with his home.
You just don't type this kind of stuff. This account, which Ethan Klein said was his account, says that N-word child sure is elastic, reminds me of when I stand in front of the mirror and twist my hips so my dances around in circles, usually stops like he did too when it hits my 2-year-old in the face, usually stands under me asking what I'm doing, and I tell him daddy is dancing, LOL. You just don't.
That chick is 15. So now we've seen 2 separate occasions.
Guys, this is not normal. You just don't type that kind of stuff unless you're like Jared Fogle in a chat with his homies, you know? Like he's speaking openly with the dogs who are like, yeah.
You just don't type that kind of stuff. You just don't type that kind of stuff, man.
Yeah, I know exactly what you mean. You would never say, this is not normal. And like he keeps getting older and older, but the girls stay the same age. But again, that's not all, folks.
But the colloquial definition of someone who is attracted to children, and Destiny is at least somewhat attracted to children.
There are some 15, 16-year-old chicks that like look pretty fucking hot. Like I can't help that. Like some people mature fucking older.
Destiny defended another streamer who got exposed for having sex with a 14-year-old by saying, even if he did bang a—
Oh, by the way, I almost forgot to mention, Destiny responds to this criticism, I would fuck the shit out of, and I'm not going to say the rest of it, by playing the clip of the person he was talking about. Yes, this is true. The epic retort is to play the clip of the 15-year-old. Incredible. Continuing.
14-year-old. No, that's not what means. Go look it up. Seriously, if you don't understand the difference between being attracted to someone that happens to be young and being attracted to someone because they are young, you have absolutely no business whatsoever commenting on the issue, period. It makes you look uneducated.
He's like, it is so outrageous, sir, that you would call someone sleeping with a 14-year-old. How dare you, sir? Even if you want to play this game where it's like, actually, I want to fuck 16 and 17-year-olds. There's 14 is pushing it. 14. What are we talking about? This man was like, yeah, you can fuck a 14-year-old. That's not the same thing. Guys, are we all hearing the same thing? It's 14. This dude has made it like his personal crusade to normalize fucking children.
What the fuck is that sentence? What the fuck timeline am I living in? What? Oh my God.
Like, how many times are you going to go on the record protecting it? He goes, 17 is cool. 15 is cool. 14 is not, guys. Is 13? Is 12?
Why does he sound so happy when he's talking about this?
Where does it stop? I'd like to know his opinion on that. You know, it's a lot of people, kids start hitting puberty at 12. Some girls start hitting puberty earlier than that. Is 10?
So what's really quite amazing about this is like Ethan Klein. I mean, you guys saw how he's treated my clips where they're all clip chimped. Every single one is as clip chimped as possible. None of them are honest. And he doesn't respond to any of like the videos that I've made. And then he also ran away from the debate with me, which is like, why would you challenge me to a debate and then say, I changed my mind? Like, dude, come on. That's
This
a little bit
entire
soy.
video feels like that sketch with the guy in the hot dog costume asking who drove the hot dog car into the building.
Yes. Thank you for the 1,000 videos. So there's something like amazing about Ethan Klein being dishonest against the target who actually does deserve to be treated dishonestly, right? And like clip chimping even the Reddit posts to talk about them the way that he wants to talk about them, to smear whoever he wants to. I mean, you can't really smear Sex Destiny. That guy's like a fucking unsmearable, really. And then in your presentation to do so, you say the craziest sentences imaginable. Like, it's so crazy to me that he would say these sentences in the way that he said them.
Like, how many times are you going to go on the record protecting it? He goes, 17 is cool. 15 is cool. 14 is not, guys. Is 13? Is 12? Where does it stop? I'd like to know his opinion on that. You know, a lot of people, kids start hitting puberty at 12. Some girls start hitting puberty earlier than that.
Stop saying these sentences.
Is 10? Some girls hit puberty by 10. Is that not? Stephen Bennell II. By the way, a second is just junior, okay? You don't get to play the Royal Guard game with just being the second. In fact, that's just junior, which ironically is what you call all the girls you date.
It's not irony.
Come on over here, Junior. Come sit in Daddy's lap. Yeah, but
guys, he spent many hours refining his humor over 10 years ago so that he could make these type of jokes, okay? It was many hours on the troll account so that one day he could eventually make these type of jokes.
Guess what, guys? There's more.
Incident is when him and his friends, the Bro Squad, watched an 8-year-old boy shake his penis for them on a live stream.
I shouldn't tell this because I'm gonna get fucking arrested. Or child
By the way,
protective services.
By the way, how many times has he said that? Once is enough.
Oh, sorry. Wait, I'm sorry. I almost forgot to mention, in an amazing act, Epstein decided to respond to this criticism, the prior one, by saying this.
I will say that if that's like a creepy thing that people are doing to advocate for, I guess like
So you've been
kids.
seeing this girl for a month?
Around a month, yeah.
Do you love her? Is Brandon good at sex?
Honestly, yeah.
She's 17.
Yeah.
Hell yeah, Brandon. What's
What? Anyway,
She couldn't
listen.
get into Jason's party because she wasn't 18. Like, I knew about this. That's why I distanced myself. And Jason would always be pissed at me that I wouldn't film with Brandon. I'm like, he's an actual, like, and we're actually, like, and he's, like, 24.
Having sex with a 7-year-old isn't.
For sure.
It's
with
for
a
sure.
minor, for sure, was. That's an actual. It's a child. 17-year-old is a child.
So, okay, whatever. I don't need to debate that, but it's illegal. Well, someone that has sex with kids.
She's a child. That's a child.
But you don't magically become not a child when you go turn from when the clock ticks midnight.
That actually is like how it works. Yeah. Like, you also have no business being with like an 18-year-old, but like 17 is an actual child. It's actually legal. Like, you actually should go to jail.
But, okay, well, I'm not here to debate that. But some states it's 16.
But it's not that in California.
I know it's illegal. It's fine.
So I mean, like, if that counts.
What the fuck? What the fuck? How have I never seen that clip before? I'll say it. Trisha cooked him, I fear. I fear that Trisha cooked his ass. I'm afraid she did.
It's just like ardently defending trying to kids, then maybe me and Ethan are just born to justify it. I don't know.
How many times are you going to go?
Okay, and then let's continue.
Has he said this like 3 times? He's like, I shouldn't tell you guys this because I'm going to get arrested for child. 3? How many times are we going to tell that joke?
I used to be part of this horrible thing called the Bro Squad. Okay. Fucking me, if you remember that fucking Cheeks bitch, and fucking a couple other people that have never been on my stream before, were part of the Bro Squad. And what we would do is we would go around DenimsTTV streams, trolling the shit out of these people. And we went around from fucking channel to channel, like fucking around
like it was just horrible shit. We went to this channel with this fucking like this kid was like 8 years old and he was fucking broing out with everybody in this chat. And for whatever fucking reason, this kid decides to fucking take his pants off and fucking wiggle his 8-year-old on stream. I can't even believe it. Oh my fucking god. It was like
So I'm sure many of you that have been on or were on the internet many, many years ago, during, for example, the Omegle days. I think I went on it with, I think I went on Omegle with my friends once when I was a teenager. And then basically the first dick you see, you're like, oh, okay, that's what this is. And then we never went on it again. And I'm sure people have seen some traumatizing things on many an Omegle chat. But there's like, I feel like a massive difference between seeing one of those things and then recounting it like it's a very funny story. You know, you just like you didn't have to share this story. You just didn't have to, you just like didn't have to share the story.
didn't even know.
That's one of those things where you forget that it ever happened. You like wipe it from your memory immediately and you move on with life. Everyone has had things that have happened to them in their lives where like maybe you just slipped and fell in front of all of your friends or in front of people that you liked. And you're like, okay, I'm going to pretend like that never happened. And I'm going to wipe that from my memory starting now. And I'm never going to think about that event ever again. And then you do that.
We were on Skype, we were like, holy shit. Like, we had to do like a double take because we didn't even fucking know like what the fuck was on. Like, we were looking at like an 8-year-old on the fucking screen. And his fucking brother, we called him Captain Push-Ups, would like come in the room. And this guy was like fucking 14 years old. He had his shirt off and he was like this. Like watching this stream the entire time and shit. Oh my god.
What's interesting is he makes it seem like this kid just happened to take his out. But they clearly spent a lot of time there because they like had a nickname for the brother who was there watching the whole time. Like this was a intimate setting in which there was a lot of time spent. Here's another one, guys, in case you haven't seen enough. This one comes to you courtesy of the Pope, Nicholas Diorio, or whatever it is they do.
God bless.
God bless. Nicholas bless.
Years old. That's an adult. That's an adult dog. No. No. You, okay? I'm 29. A 19-year-old might as well be a 15-year-old to me. It's
okay. That's the worst. That's the worst. Yeah, that's the worst clip. That's
sorry to fucking Nicholas eat Oreo. Why does he talk like he's trying to be on Rick and Morty? Yeah. Rick, Morty, please. That's the worst one, Morty. That's the worst. Why does he talk like that? This like makes me unable to focus on the fucking clip because of his fucking dialogue.
to me. It's
okay. That's the worst.
That's the worst one.
Yeah, that's
Morty.
the worst clip.
Yeah.
That's the worst clip.
okay. I'm 29.
It's like all the worst people are fighting. Yes.
A 19-year-old might as well be a 15-year-old to me. It's all the fucking same, dude. Don't give me this fucking just because.
That's such an interesting
This
self-report.
is exactly what we're saying.
Because it's all the same, bro. 15, 13, 14.
Okay, remember what I was saying when I was like, it's so great to see someone. It's so great to see somebody else give Destiny his own medicine for the first time ever in like I don't even know how long. Because as many of you guys know, anyone who's been in the Hassan community for long enough, Mike's community, my community, any of these communities, you know that Sex Destiny does one thing pretty much exclusively, which is be as dishonest as possible and pretend like all of your enemies are the most vicious, violent, depraved freaks, even when they're not, which is why the Hassan is anti-Semitic thing is even a conversation, right? Or even any of like Hassan's old clips. Like it's so obscene. It's so stupid. And so like finally watching somebody else be bad faith to Sex Destiny is just like, oh, it's just so chef's kiss. It's so chef's kiss because it's so like, even if you don't know anything about either of these characters, you can watch that clip and be like, oh, obviously like Sex Destiny over here is saying that like he is disapproving adults getting with 19-year-olds because of life experiences. Right? That you as a 30-year-old have like nothing in common with a 19-year-old. And so you shouldn't even be talking to a 19-year-old. And he defends it. Epstein defends it by posting or showing like the context of this like conversation and how he was talking to this other person, and how he was saying that like it doesn't really matter what the age is if your goal is to manipulate and control, right? But that Ethan takes this and is like, yeah, you're basically saying that you'll sleep with anyone regardless of their age because you're and you don't care. It's so incredible. It's so amazing. Yes, yes. Ethan, please keep spearing him. Yes. Oh, God. Oh, my God.
14, 15. It's all the same, bro. I'm 29. Huh? But also, on the other hand, it also is a self-report because it suggests he knows exactly what he's doing.
Yeah.
Because of some legal age of consent, whatever bullshit.
Just because of some legal age of consent bullshit?
Like, this is so, like, we can all look at this and say, this is so dishonest, right? From Ethan. Like, if you're having a conversation with someone else and you're trying to tell them that you as like a 30-year-old shouldn't be with a 19-year-old because there's a significant power imbalance, and you're saying it doesn't matter that they're above the age of consent, you're still being a predator. Just because something is legal doesn't make it morally acceptable. But that Ethan takes this and he turns it into this.
Whatever bullshit.
Just because of some legal age of consent bullshit? Huh? That's the age of consent.
Just like Twitch
I think we all agree that's a good thing. Everyone but Destiny thinks that's good. We should have a minimum age so that adults can't have sex with children. That is bullshit. That is just...
Yes.
And imagine the line in the sand that I will not conform to. Okay? He's constantly blurring the line and trying to normalize the act of adults sleeping with minors, right? Continually. This is the theme that we keep seeing. It's like, this is okay. This isn't that bad. This 15-year-old's hot. I want to fuck this 15-year-old, but I won't.
Why are you saying these sentences, dude? Stop. Stop. Don't.
Et cetera, et cetera. This is a pattern. Long, long pattern.
I have about as much in common with like an 18-year-old, 19-year-old fucking freshman in school as I would a fucking sophomore in high school. Any type of inclination towards...
He's like freshman in college, sophomore in high school. It's all good, baby.
How can one person be so dishonest?
Even lived on her...
How? He did the common mistake that he's done before where he plays the clip a little bit longer than he initially intended to, and then he provided a little bit too much context, so he has to like pause it and be like, anyways, yeah, it doesn't make any sense. Yeah.
Send me those bikini pics in the DMs.
Those people is really fucking weird, okay? Now, I know if you're 20 years old, it might bother you to hear that. Like, no, I'm 19. I'm a real adult, okay? And
then there's one more clip I want to show you guys of when we were talking about Vosh and the horse controversy. And he accidentally opened a folder and he had horse on his computer. And everybody was clowning on him, except one person. There was one person that came to his defense. Who was it? Destiny. Whoa. Why? Well, this take was so bizarre. I remember at the time being absolutely struck by it. And I pulled this straight from my memory because it was just so shocking to me. But here's his take on which is the thick drawings involving children.
Do you see the discussion on Reddit? You know, if Vosh was a better person and not such a piece of shit, I'd be in the trenches. Because you know what? Who the fuck cares about... Who cares about drawn... Imagine your life is so boring that you give a fuck about animated cartoon girls.
Imagine your life so boring that you care about sexualizing children. Imagine being so bored in your life that you actually care if grown-ups want to fuck minors. Bro, what? I don't know. I don't know if it's that minor of a detail.
Like, how old is the girl? I don't know. How old is the fucking drawing? It's a goddamn picture. Who the fuck cares? Grow the fuck up, okay? People in Ethan's subreddit are like calling the FBI on fucking Vouch. He's looking at cartoons that I don't like. I think that... Like, bro.
That's not the criticism. It's not that they don't like it. It might have a fine plot. And the plot might be a banger. I don't know. The problem, of course, is that it's depicting children being by adults. That's just, you know, that's a detail that's important to emphasize.
And what does Destiny say in response to this? Everyone buckle in. This is the craziest retort of all time. Are you ready? Are you ready? Buckle in. Buckle in.
Decide to collect or show to other people?
Album right now.
This is
you wanna
Rick
put it
and
on
Morty.
Okay.
No way.
talking
That's
live?
that's Rick and Morty? No.
Yeah, this is from an episode of Rick and Morty where Mr. Mises runs train on
No.
Mr. Mises and all of his buddies run train on April.
He's not Jewish, I can see.
Good observation. Thoughts on
Oh
this?
my God.
He meant Summer, not April.
Describe what
Legal squash.
you're seeing.
Oh my God.
Describe this for the people who can't see it.
It looks like a
Here, into the mic.
Oh my God.
Go ahead, describe that. Go ahead.
I will say I did do the research, and Summer is only 17 years old. Okay.
How are you on air showing some weird fucking what is I don't even know what that episode was supposed to be, like the one where you bring on your parents and show them porn. What I can't believe, like, I mean I can, but I can't believe that this guy had the audacity to claim that I was drawing child for even a moment. Meanwhile, there's this clip of him showing his mom and dad some Rick and Morty porn. He accused you of that, LMAO. Yes. 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 Not just telling his mom to describe it. Yes. Yeah. Yeah. Audio only. Is Summer the guest on the show, or like the person that Ethan is showing? Summer is like the daughter in Rick and Morty in the family. We have to keep going. There's more.
Care. Okay, call me when this guy's fucks his way through some fucking preschoolers, okay? Until then, get out of here. Who cares?
And then he sets this bar. He goes, I only care until you're fucking preschoolers, which is 3-year-olds, bro. 3-year-olds. Kindergarten, good to go, baby. First, second, third, fifth grade, basically an adult. And honestly, this is just a few of many, many, many clips of him sexualizing children and just being a total deviant, right? So with that important backstory, now let's go to the parts that I got wrong, that I'm going to issue a heartfelt apology.
Let me just let that repeat again so you guys can see the amazing epic response.
Few of many, many, many clips of him sexualizing children and just being a total deviant, right?
I don't know if you guys have noticed the pattern, but it's just Epstein watching the Ethan Klein clips and then saying, oh yeah, well, look at this clip of you. That's the whole response.
An adult.
So please.
Where do we draw? Okay, so 3-year-old is not okay, or that's when it's. When do we actually draw the line? What is the?
Turn on, and everyone's like, "Well, she was legal, she was an adult," but she's clearly saying she was uncomfortable, didn't want it. He's 44. She's
No, that's
18.
disgusting.
That to me should be because that's a child. You're a grown ass man. Yes, it's not legally, but it's so.
I'm just saying
you shouldn't
people
be around.
misuse the word.
He's
Somebody like an 8-year-old.
Oh, 8 years old, not 3 years old. My bad. It's not preschool. It's what is that? Second grade? Me, I guess. My bad, Ethan. You know, you got me there, I guess.
Why? What is this reality that we're living in? Dude, please.
So with that important backstory, now let's go to the parts that I got wrong, that I'm going to issue a heartfelt apology for. And this goes out a sincere apology to Destiny for absolutely getting this wrong. Now, here's what happened. This conversation here where he says, Teehee, send me the feet pics. This is from a different girl. It's from Instagram. He never spoke to Rose on Instagram, which he points out correctly, as far as we know. So this was with another girl he claims was 26. Okay, fine. I'll take your word for it. And then this one also, he claims was with the same girl. And this is the one that says, she said, my parents are like super, super strict. Don't do this. Don't do that.
We're not reading this again. I'm not going to make him do this to us. I'm not going to make him do this to us. Don't worry, guys.
This was to some other lucky lady. But this one, however, is from Rose, and it is pretty fucking weird. This is from 22. She says, "I'm probably getting my braces off in a couple weeks." What image does that conjure in your mind, right? And he says, "Aw, exciting! Are you looking forward to it?" He's talking to her like she's a child. But okay, there's nothing sexually explicit here, right? So fair enough. So I am making a sincere apology for getting this wrong. Now, while 2 of the screenshots were not attributed to Rose, my mistake, I still don't know why. And I feel like Destiny and his friends like Abba, who are making videos defending him, are avoiding this fact that he told Willie Mack 3 times that he had child on his hard drive. Let me refresh your memory.
While sending me a screenshot of the alleged. So I asked to confirm if he just did that. If you were sending me this, I'm guessing you still have that video. Destiny replies, "Depends on why you're asking. But yes, I created copies of all."
So here right above, he's acknowledging, he says, "Yeah, that's absolutely insane to think about him doing all this if she was 17. He thinks it's funny. So he knows she's might have been 17. He's saying it right here. And then Willie Mack being extra careful to make sure that he's not misquoting Destiny, says, "Just to confirm, you're saying you still have this video of a..."
Now, I'm sure you guys are thinking, how can Epstein possibly respond to the messages that he sent to Willie Mack? Well, he says absolutely nothing. He skips it, says this isn't important, and then decides instead to play Ethan Klein's greatest hits.
That was a joke though, right? Him talking about when she's not there, him watching the 11-year-old. That was just a joke, I'm assuming, right?
Metaphor for it, Hila? Do you know what I'm going to say?
I don't want to know.
Guys, I don't know if I need to say it, but look what he's doing. Okay? Just look what he's doing, okay? Just use your imagination and think about it. She's a young girl. She's never, and he's, there. I mean, I'm not going to spell it out. I'm not going to say it explicitly. It's not okay to say. But just watch his finger rolling around in the red, sticky, fluid there. Just imagine what it means, okay? Use your imagination, guys. Think about it.
I don't want to think about it, actually. I don't want to think about it. I don't want to think about it. Actually, nope. Nope.
Lip gloss. This image is pretty twisted up in itself. She's holding what looks like a phallic object, a little 8-year-old girl, and a big, giant black man looking in on her, man. It's like Blackzilla. This guy's got a weird fantasy, dude. Blackzilla, little 8-year-old white girl with blonde hair. He likes that. He likes them white and blonde. It's a problem. As soon as I get VR with a fleshlight, doll of a child, obviously, guy.
I think they're calling you.
I've been trying to attract a teenage girl my whole life so far. It hasn't worked. A teenage girl runs away with type of vibe. What do you think, Hila? Could we kidnap a teenage girl together?
I mean, again, maybe they're all just jokes, I guess.
Does he have like baby edition? Newborn baby edition?
You probably have to go to the dark web for that one, Hila.
Like 2 months baby edition?
That's fucked up, dude. You gotta go dark web for that one, Hila. I don't know if they host those on YouTube. He's done it all. So chances are likely that, yes, that does exist. Well, let's not dig too deep in that.
But it's my birthday.
It is your birthday. You want to see Chris, baby? If you should have told me. If you just want to see Chris, 2-year-old baby, I could have made that happen for you. Next year. Next year's going to be great. We're going to slam. Anyway, happy birthday, Hila.
Thank you.
Let's jump in to Kissing Prank Daughter Edition. Let me get my count here really fast. Okay.
That's right, guys. Destiny's response to being called to say, "No, you," and then play a bunch of the worst clips I've ever seen in my fucking life. Ever. Yeah. And then this one, I don't even want to show this one. This one is just awful. He just puts like this doll and then humps it. It's just very bad. It's very uncomfortable. I don't want to make you guys watch that one. That one was really bad. That one was really bad, so I'm not going to play that one. And then he plays the Boston Bomber clip, obviously, the one that everybody's fucking seen, which is also bad, which is also unbelievably terrible in every single way. And then yeah, that's the yeah.
17-year-old engaged in sexual activity on your hard drive. And he says, and I will tell you directly, yes. He says YES. When somebody asks you, do you have child pornography on your computer? You always say no. That's a hard and fast rule. And hopefully it's true, right? And again, equally
What do you mean hopefully it's true?
creepy. He says,
What do you mean
so
by
you have
that?
that video? And Destiny responds, depends on why you're asking. Because once again, he's implying that under the right circumstance, he would send this video to Willie Mack. That's what that means. I don't see any other way to see that. What does that mean? Depends on why you're asking. Are you trying to tell the police? Or are you trying to get off? If you're trying to get off, I'll send it to you. If you're talking about reporting me to the police, then I'm not going to send it to you, but actually I will anyway, because I'm apparently the dumbest person alive. So Destiny and Abba and all these people defending him are avoiding this critical moment in which, when pressed 3 different times, he has confirmed, yes, I have child on my computer. But to continue on.
It is very funny that Destiny responded by skipping this entire section and saying, this isn't important.
Our messages and everything when that court case started. Just to be clear, he's admitting to having a downloaded on his computer. He literally has the video.
Can we please have the I'm apparently the dumbest person alive as the new Dono audio clip? Wait, you're so right.
Open as I'm talking to him. I go, bruh, there's been allegations at least since my last video that she was underage, and you still have potential of her.
So, and again, that's an important detail Willie's saying, is that people knew that there was a chance. We all done known that she might have been underage this whole time, and you still kept it.
I have an obligation to preserve relevant evidence, etc. So I created backups of all of the important / relevant conversations. He continues.
So this is another one of his big defense points that I want people to pay attention to. He's saying, my lawyer told me to keep this potential child for evidence, which is completely not true. And by the way, why wouldn't he lie about it? He's being confronted for having child. At this point, why wouldn't he lie? The fact that people are actually believing him on that is totally insane. The lawyer will not tell you to keep potential child on your hard drive, period. Having it is the crime. There is no situation where a private citizen can have videos of minors in sexual positions on legally. There's no such thing as holding it for evidence. And by the way, if you were so, concerned about her safety, you should have reported it to the police 6 months ago when her boyfriend told you about it, right? Continuing on.
I mean, everybody knows that when Epstein was like, well, I had to keep it because, like, I can't believe that her boyfriend was sending this to everyone and I'm just trying to help her. It's like, really, you're just trying to help her? That's why you showed off her Kiwi Farms thread or your Kiwi Farms thread and then said what college she went to and posted a photo of her face.
I don't think I'm allowed to delete it, LOL.
Yeah, because you're trying to help her. Okay.
It counts as hiding / destroying.
What's funny about that? I don't know if it counts as hiding, destroying evidence. Well, why don't you ask your lawyer, who he's apparently talked to? So he says, I've talked to my lawyer. They told me to keep potential child. But at the same time, I don't know if it counts as hiding or destroying evidence. You didn't discuss that with your lawyer. Because if you did, that would be the heart of the conversation you would be having. So it sounds to me that you didn't talk to your lawyer, which is obvious to anyone with a brain, because the lawyer would have said, we need to send this to the judge. We need to send this to the police. We need to get this off your hard drive. We need to notify everybody because you are doing a crime right now, sir. And by the way, I'm sure your lawyer really appreciates you saying that they told you to keep potential child. I think that that's awesome, and they're going to totally love being implicated in this crime. And by the way, of all...
Can you imagine being Destiny's lawyer? Oh my God, I would charge so much. I would charge such an obscene rate. I'm sorry, you went on air and told everyone that I told you to keep the child abuse material? Why the fuck would you say that? Why? I'm billing you 3 times the rate this month. You fuckhead.
All the tiny, minute things that you can break client confidentiality with as an attorney, child having it is one of them. Now, when Destiny says, his lawyer told him to keep all the evidence relating to the case. The lawyer absolutely and obviously told him that. That's spoliation. That's standard stuff. But
Spoilation. Legal squash. Oh my God. Please. It's not spoilation. It's spoliation. Please.
what I doubt, I would put money on
Not legal squash. It's
that he never
squash.
told his lawyer that in that body of evidence was potentially a
Dude, my lawyer told me that my squash is spoiled. What the fuck?
child having sex or doing sexual acts. It was apparently her having sex with men, but child, right? Potentially. There's no lawyer in the fucking country, and I've worked with a lot of them, that would risk their freedom, their reputation, their license by not fucking handling that correctly.
I'm allowed to delete it, LOL. I don't know if it counts as hiding/destroying evidence. And I reply, talk to a lawyer. That seems crazy to me. Who keeps this sort of stuff on their computer without 100% knowing if they're supposed to or not? Isn't that something you want to confirm? I continued, you just let me know you have videos saved to your computer. You knew it was alleged that she was underage. You still have them. So
now Willie, being extraordinarily fair, once again clarifies for the third time. And he says it explicitly, just to confirm. You told me you have child saved on your computer. You knew it was alleged she was underage, and you still have them. Don't you see how this is fucked up? He cannot be more clear in the accusation. Now, if you didn't do any of this, what would your response be to this? It's like, bro, what the fuck? I don't have child. What are you talking about? That's insane, right? What?
I mean, yeah, that would be the reasonable response. Always. I genuinely, I don't know what I think Epstein just thought that like Willie Mack show was like under his thumb, and he thought like, there's no way Willie Mack show would burn me like this. And then he made a whole video on him. He's going to Israel, bro. Just so you know, you're flying dangerously close to anti-Semitism by playing these clips. Israel has a right to defend its in the law. Sorry, you're right. I'm sorry. Sorry. You're right. Destiny has defended Israel long enough that he deserves to be defended by the state of Israel.
That's crazy. Let's see what he says.
The last message he sent me was, one, I don't even know 100% of her age was legitimately less than 18 when these were
That doesn't matter. The fact that you're not 100% sure is the problem. And you have it. Guys, he's got it. We know he's got it. He said he's got it.
taken. So basically, he's not 100% sure if he has child on his computer. He's just 99% sure. Got it. 2, I'm pretty sure I have an obligation to preserve stuff related to my court case. I've talked about it with
that part's true, generally speaking.
With my lawyer already, specifically with regards to the Rose stuff.
That's a lie. In my humble, godlike opinion. No, it has to be. Or sue me. God, sue me for defamation. He's lying. He never fucking told his attorney he might have child on his hard drive. That never happened. And if I'm wrong, God, strike me down with lightning bolts and make Destiny sue me and take me for all I'm worth. This man never told his attorney that.
So we went from, I don't know if I could delete
if
this.
only God was real. No, if only. If only we could be sure.
To my lawyer says it's totally fine to keep. I don't know the law, but the idea that his lawyer would tell him to hold on to for a civil case just doesn't seem likely to me. LawTube can figure that out. 3, if something were to come up.
He says law.
Also, even if his lawyer did tell him that, which I also don't believe, his lawyer would definitely not tell him to tell other people that he might have it. His lawyer would tell him anytime someone asked you, you say no.
YouTube can figure that out. And funnily enough, Legal Mindset did put out a video on
Ladyboy Mindset. Excuse you, don't dead name him. Ladyboy Mindset.
I can understand having been in the Philippines because I can say this, and this is all due respect. There's nothing about Ladyboy or not Ladyboy. It's just the Philippines versus Thailand. Thailand has a more of a sabai, a cool attitude. You know, Philippines is way more aggressive. Especially
I don't know,
with
man.
No. The Filipino ladyboys, I can tell you this, in Manila.
Right.
And
you're an expert.
I can see how that was imported
right.
here, are far more aggressive than the Thai ladyboys.
that I watched. And his conclusion was Destiny is fucked. Basically, if he says if this girl was a minor, which pretty much is confirmed by now, according to Willie Mack, He's fucked.
Something to turn over to the authorities. If hypothetically...
How does it feel to see all the ops fighting each other? Oh, man, dude. Dude, we must have done something really great in our past life to be able to enjoy this shit, to be able to enjoy the ops fighting each other. I don't know who here was a saint in their past life, but thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you so much. Okay, and then he just goes over this stupid Willie Mack video and then just repeats this over and over and over again. And then he plays out this new clip.
I'm going to fucking engage with this because I'm 33 years old.
One of them is not going to make it. I wonder who. I mean, I think that they're both going to be fine. But I think if there was someone that was going to make it. Okay, sorry. To be very clear, between this. All right, there's a couple of things. One, neither of them are winning in this fight. Neither Ethan nor Epstein will win this fight because it's just them throwing shit at each other and hoping to damage the other person's reputation enough that no one wants to take their opinion seriously, right? It's just, well, you can't trust what Ethan Klein has to say because here are all of these clips of him saying this crazy stuff. And then Ethan Klein just calling Destiny. So those are the only two things that are really happening. The thing though, and then they both have, egos that are so massive that I feel like neither of them want to back down, which will bring, that will bring me to my next point in a second. Okay. In 1 second, I will come full circle. But the other thing too is, if there was a person that would come out on top, it would definitely be Ethan Klein. Out of the Destiny Ethan Klein feud. And that's only because Ethan Klein will take any allies he can get at any point in his life. Whereas all of Destiny's ops fucking hate him so much that they don't care why he's being destroyed so long as he's being destroyed. Like the fact that Keemstar teamed up with Ethan Klein, that Mutahar teamed up with Ethan Klein, that's after like a decade of feuding. Or at least a couple of years of feuding. Like, Destiny's never done that. Once somebody hates him or once he decides he hates someone, he will never, ever, ever become friends with that person ever again. Right? So I think there's that. I think there is that. What did Mutahar say? Well, Mutahar teamed up with Ethan Klein against Noah Samson. And also, not to mention that Destiny is being accused of like all of these sex crimes and is being taken to court for revenge porn and potentially has on his fucking computer. So, okay, moving on. Moving on to the next part.
Mistakes begin. In November of 2024, her boyfriend reaches out to Steven. And we have the DM because her boyfriend posted it. So here's her boyfriend sending him a message. It says, anyway, she was underage while sending you the vast majority of that stuff. And from what I've heard from her, you are pretty negligent about confirming her age, even asking for ID at one point on Twitter and then saying it was okay, just a joke. And he responded by saying, that's pretty weird, considering that she told me she was of age and was selling not safe for work material to people, but okay. So what we have here is a confirmation from Steven in November of last year that there was at least a possibility that this girl was a minor, that he has images of a minor. What happened around this time was that, including her messages with Destiny, now people theorized at the time that she might be a minor, but they didn't know for sure, which is why these, psychos online hyper-focused in on this because they're like, I think these are a minor and I want to try to prove it so we can nail Destiny. So it wasn't even like the boyfriend told him. There was already this idea that she might have been a minor, which was the whole reason for this hubbub. So he knew she was maybe a minor, and he kept the footage. So from this moment, at the end of last year, he's potentially
Hubbub. Sorry, I just can't.
Handling child. He at no point turned it into the police, right? He kept it in his spank bank, right? And by the way, one of his constant defenses is, you guys are using this revenge porn of me, and that's so disgusting, and how dare you? You know what's funny about that is the whole reason these guys on Kiwi farms were able to identify her is because Steven gave them the information. He's
by the way, massive red flag anytime anyone calls Destiny or Epstiny or Sex Pestiny. Anytime someone calls him by his legal name, massive red flag. Immediately should give everybody fan behavior. Like, you should immediately think of that.
one that caused this whole thing. He said she went to blank college. Okay? And then he shows a picture. If they want more to go on, it's funny because they think I'm hiding stuff about Rose since she's underage. So he already says that these Kiwi Farm guys suspect she's underage. So this is already something.
And this was like also crazy to pretend like, oh, I was keeping this stuff in case, like, you know, to help her. Meanwhile, you're like posting the fucking photo of her in the Kiwi Farms thread and saying which college she went to. It's like,
those
okay.
R words.
You are a fantastic moron, Mr. Borelli. You are fantastic. Okay, and then it keeps going. Just keeps going. Just saying like Rose is a minor. He knows that she was a minor. He has a good reason to believe that she was a minor. And he just does that for like another, I would say, for like the second half of the entire video, he does that. And as I already said, Epstein's response is to just not play that part of the video. And then respond by saying this.
In Christ. Okay. If you listen, if you want to think I'm a creeper degenerate, then fine. Then hey, go for it. But my brother in Christ, okay, we are two peas in a degenerate pod. And I think you're lower on the rung there than I am. If that's seriously the thing you want to go. Like, the most embarrassing part for me putting all this video together was
two peas in a degenerate pod.
I might have actually been out-edged by this guy, okay? I thought I was the edgelord, and this guy is he's out-edgelording me on, which was supposed to be my domain, according to this guy.
The way to cut it. If you like Destiny, if you think he's smart and cool and funny and awesome, good. Keep watching him, but no. That you are supporting someone who is attracted, 15-year-olds, who shared compromising bikini pics of 15-year-olds sent to him. With his
compromising? These are pictures posted publicly on social media. People at the beach. Again, like, what the f? He's acting like I'm getting like nudes from kids, which maybe he, I don't know. Maybe
he has held on, knowing there's a chance of child for 6 months and never reported it to the authorities.
You have no idea what's on my computer. You have no idea what I've reported to authorities. You have no idea about literally any of this. Again, you're just reading down snark threads or Kiwi Farms.
That he sexually assaulted a woman on camera.
What do you want me to do? You want me to go back in time and kill myself? What the?
You want to come at me and say, oh, you got all this thing wrong. You're gaslighting, you're lying, all this. Bro, uncontroversial facts.
True. I do agree with that. Okay. And I am glad. I guess that we got to have this back and forth. As fun as this is.
You are up to defend this guy. And like, I guess, I don't know if you're being gaslit or misled, but like watching the video that Abba made with all of this context out here, and he's accusing me of not doing research. Abba, why did you brush over the screenshot of him confessing to knowingly having potential child charge?
That is absolutely not what I quote unquote confessed to. And again, I didn't know that these DMs, obviously I wouldn't be making jokes and putting lol W faces around this if I knew that Willie Mack was going to decide to publish all of our conversations on this, right? It's so insane that
who has been subbed for 44 months and has his own tea brand that he makes with old hair I fish out from the shower drain? It's me. Anyways, DNM balls.
Criminal pig name with 44 months. What? If I had known Willie Mack was going to show off all my messages, I would have been more careful. Obviously, I would have been way more careful then. My bad.
Highly motivated, consistent.
Sorry. This is the best part, chat. Okay.
Long-term. Never commented on that. You only commented on things that I got wrong, right? You ignore the whole context. You're sweeping.
Oh, the whole context.
What looks to me to be a consistent, long-term, highly motivated, premeditated child predator. That's what he looks like.
Ethan Klein calls Destiny a highly motivated, premeditated child predator.
Consistent, long-term, highly motivated child predator. Okay. There's only one consistent, long-term child predator that I'm aware of in this circle. I didn't want to bring this up, but
you can see my buttons are open.
Oh my goodness, I was 16 years old here.
Wow, look at you guys here.
Dad's 21 and I'm 16.
Dude, if that happened today, bro, you would not.
Oh, I know.
Trouble.
I know.
20. Now, to be fair, I don't know. Maybe they weren't
Yeah.
1 and 16.
Well, you know what? I was more mature than he was.
Well, I believe that. I actually do believe that.
But look at her. I mean, she
San
looks
Francisco.
like she just came off the cover of
Dude, 21 and
Cosmopolitan.
16. Were you guys having
None of your business?
I am rubber. You
What?
are good argument. Super effective.
I'm rubber, you are glue.
Go. Did you guys,
Not this whole video just being, I know I am, but what are you?
Not
feel the
till
deal?
she was 18.
Yeah.
Not till she was
course.
18.
We were in love.
Almost.
Oh,
Well.
you lie.
That's so crazy. Yeah, you could not do that today. I mean,
No.
that would be just like, whoa there,
Yeah.
buddy.
Yeah.
So we're in San Francisco. We went up to
Maybe he thinks his dad is a I guess, and that's why he's justifying calling me a maybe he's willing to take that leap, but I don't know.
Spider-Man into the verse.
My closing thing on this is I don't think Ethan is a in fact, I'm gonna be honest. When I was going through probably like 70% of these videos, I thought they were funny because I appreciate old internet edgy humor. Okay, I didn't think a lot of these things were funny. I don't think Ethan is I don't think he's intentionally predatoring. There's a verb there that I'm like, right, preying on children or trying to normalize children to his audience. Although
Saying that you're the expert so you can tell, like you saying real recognize real, and that you can tell that he's not a crazy work. That's crazy work. That's amazing stuff happening right there. Anywho, yeah, that's the whole video. That's it. That's the whole thing.
Turn what he sweep for the boy, then good.
All right. And then after that, Destiny decided that he would mobilize his community to get as much dirt as possible on Ethan Klein. I know, a shocking turn of events that no one ever would have seen coming. Destiny's community found Ethan Klein's old Reddit account called username Troll. Account promoted H3 YouTube videos, posted about living in Israel and Israeli supremacy, made several comments as a pro account. Now, Ethan Klein says that these are all jokes and that he was joking the entire time, trying to improve his jokes about children. Here are some of the jokes that he makes here. Here is whatever this is. I'm not even going to get into this one. A bunch of edgy comments from him back in the day, surfaced or screenshotted by Jake Chinatown. Let me see if I can find some of the... Here's one such example. A post on Ask Reddit from 15 years ago. What socially inappropriate thing are you frequently tempted to do? And Troll responds by saying, quote, touch little boys, end quote. 15 years ago. You know, just like as a joke. That's what you would do as a joke. Here's him confirming basically earlier that it was his channel. He says 90% repost. Sorry, someone else says 90% repost. Last 1 second was original. Not interesting enough to make the exception to the repost rule. Yet another shit video from the H3 Productions channel, which you seem to post here daily. It's either for karma or YouTube hits, but I want it to stop, please. And then he says, 12 years ago says, look, it's my channel and it's one of the only ways I can get original views. I didn't realize it was causing you problems. I apologize for that, but this was original content. If you watch it, not just the end, you'll see that. Sorry you think my videos are shit, but I have had several of them exceed 100 points, and it has really helped to grow my channel. I will, however, promise to stop reposting, but I would ask you to reconsider your removing of this post, as I really believe it is original content. Okay, and then here's like the email or whatever that he presumably used for this. Okay, and then continuing on this path, there's more of these type of posts like this one. One of the comments that Troll made saying, quote, I think this is true actually. If my neighbors think that I am why shouldn't I blank their children? It's not that I am but I think it's wrong to judge people. So what's the difference? End quote from Troll 14 years ago. Good stuff. You can tell that they're really funny jokes. It's like really funny. it's just so funny that I'm like forgetting to laugh. That's the problem for me. Don't get me wrong, it's really funny. I just you know, Denims continuing to win by having a regular streaming schedule and not doing anything. Yep, do nothing, win. Okay, and then I just want to reiterate to everyone, chat. I really want to reiterate to everyone. I want to give Ethan Klein some wise words that he gave to many other people.
And these are my jokes.
I just want to say, Ethan.
Good. You want to put your flag down on that hill? That's okay. If you want to die on the hill with the rest of them, that's okay. But just know where you are resting your flag. And with that,
just know where you are resting your flag. Just know. And again, I have one other thing that I really want to say. It's so crazy to me that Ethan Klein has like attempted to smear me, or has attempted to smear Hassan, or has attempted to smear any other people that were much younger than him when he was writing this shit, as being like a multitude of insane things, when he knows that that was his account, which we will get to his post where he admits to it. But before we get there, like, I have to show all of you this one more time. This was just like so obscenely funny, because even his own subreddit called him out on this. I do think it's a little bit crazy, chat, that Ethan Klein, knowing that this is his account and knowing he has this internet history, had the gall to say that I was drawing child and going on a show and then showing images.
read the description.
Like their entire, there's,
Oh,
sorry, let
Marwalko.
play.
That's
Let me let play.
That's so good.
And the art here, I'm going to pull my glasses up for this. Some of this shit gets pretty sussy baka. This
Yes. Mm-hmm. He pulled up my art when I was, that's right, 17 years old, of Harvest Moon characters. You know, the characters that are adults in lore?
one makes me very uncomfortable, and especially when you read the description. I love Harvest Moon and also precious children cuddling in bed.
That's right. I made the mistake of being a cringe Tumblr girly and calling the characters I like my precious children. I'm sorry. I'm sorry for being cringe, okay? I'm sorry for being cringe. You're gonna what, fucking nail me for being cringe? I'm sorry, okay? And I drew my OCs with 8-packs, my OCs with 8-packs. And then I called them my babies, because that's what you call your original characters. And then he saw these 8-pack juiced, roided the fuck up OCs, and he was like, this is obviously... That's right, guys. My crime, I'm gonna go to cringe jail for drawing Harvest Moon characters when I was a teenager. I was a teenage girl engaging in this behavior. Tell it to the judge. Tell it to the judge. You drew this, looks great. Oh, thanks. Yes, yes. Yes. So while I was a decade ago, when I was 17 making this unbelievable art, Ethan Klein, at the young age of 30-something or late 20s, was doing whatever the fuck this is.
Doing my thing. And here in walks a little girl. I'm concentrating so hard on trying to pee that I don't realize that the door opens from the outside.
Dude! Dude, what the fuck? I genuinely, it's like in hindsight, or like the week of hindsight, looking back on him calling me a drawing for making this, which is just like incredible. Like, it's amazing. I mean, it was so bad that even his own community was like, guys, I feel like there's some context missing in certain spaces focused on drawing characters. Very common to call your characters your children, especially if they're original characters that you created. And frankly, this is mediocre, uninteresting. Denims is worth criticizing. But I don't think her old drawings are worth any attention. And then other people even point out If I recall, this one was of Claire and Cliff from Harvest Moon. That's the player character in one of the Bachelors. I agree with you. Her old art is, at least from what I've seen, is kind of a nothing burger. Like, yep. Sorry, guys. Sorry. I apologize if that upsets you guys. If me being a cringy artist is too far when I was a teenager, I'm sorry. I apologize. I promise
Denims remains streaming.
to never be cringe ever again. I lied. I'm not going to do that, but I promise. Good taste in Cliff, TBH. Oh, thanks. What a great world to live in, though. That I can look back at my old internet history and it's just me being cringe and being too invested in fandoms and making cringy art and then being invested in Homestuck. What a great world, dude. What a great fucking world to live in. That's what I was doing. Moving on to the final arc of this story. That's right. There's one more part. Destiny is begging for a ceasefire. He is begging for a ceasefire. He's saying, please, for the love of God, please, ceasefire now, please. What are you doing, Ethan? You're so fucking stupid. You're letting all of our ops win. You're putting us in this fucking battle, and I'm always going to respond and keep fucking dragging up your old shit. You have to stop, and I'd like all of you to see it.
I would like to reiterate, I'm pretty sure, nobody involved here is an actual child molester, anything like that, okay? I feel like my points spoke strongly enough the way that I intended them. I think enough people have understood what I'm trying to say. Obviously, there was some more meme stuff that was kind of dug up yesterday that people are running through.
Meme stuff, and it's your account called Troll.
I'm going to reiterate something I said. I think I said this at the beginning of my thing. What did I write down? I don't like doing this content, okay? As much as I used to, all right? It's a little...
Deanbo, I hope you're feeling better, DN in love.
I don't like doing this content. Me when Hassan breathes wrong. Hassan is 100%, 6,000% fucked. He's done. It's over.
A bit fun to indulge every now and then, I'll be honest, okay? But this is not what I want to do. This is not my current forte. I think that I have other stuff that I enjoy doing a lot more now. I don't particularly like doing the whole back and forth nuke after nuke after nuke bullshit. It's just not, this is not the kind of...
I have to say, it is really funny from Epstein's position to see that Ethan Klein went on this 2-year bender against Hassan, and he still sort of is posting, but Ethan Klein was posting almost every single day about Hassan for literally 2 years. And there's got to be some part of Sex Pestiny over here thinking dude, is he going to make just Instagram stories about me for the next 2 years if I don't try it and request a ceasefire?
Content I want to do. I've been sucked back into it, okay? Because they killed my dog, all right? But yeah. I'm sure that Ethan and the crew are probably getting a lot of attention, negative, whatever. My community is not supposed to brigade or harass. I think I told all my mods, okay, we're done Ethan posting, we're done H3 posting. I'm not looking to pile on for the next week or 2 weeks. If you understand how the waves of the internet shit work, obviously we had our stuff yesterday, and there's probably going to be the ripples.
Pretty crazy to see a Zionist calling for a ceasefire.
From, I'm sure, Hassan and others today, if they haven't already, or people around him, and then the commentary people will pick it up and they'll do all that shit. Yeah. So I'm good where I'm at. I don't care. I don't mind if people make measured criticisms of me. If somebody wants to say I'm a coomer, or if somebody wants to say I can be whatever, I don't care. But if you're going to go hard into the paint and say I'm some creepy predator who has a history of doing all this shit, and you're going to continue to lay on that point, then I'm gonna obviously lay out my points as well. Then if that's what we're gonna do, we can do that. I don't mind it. I think I can still do it. I feel like we've shown that we can still do it. I just am not interested in that per se. But okay. So
is he admitting that he's losing this battle? No, like the problem is that like Ethan Klein and Sex Pestany they're two sides of the same coin. They are more than happy to be as dishonest as they can be to defeat the people that they hate in the public space, in the public discourse. And they will just keep going forever, right? Like they just don't back down. Like they are the image of bad faith content, right? And this is Destiny saying to Ethan Klein, "You fucking idiot. Why the fuck are you attacking me, you moron? We're the only people that can successfully attack Hassan. Stop what you're doing right now. Stop. What the fuck is wrong with you? Do you think this is going to end well for either of us? I'm not just going to sit here and let you call me a... But that's just going to be bad for you." Peaky Blinders, no fighting moment? I mean, yeah.
So, did you offer him a ceasefire? No, because I don't have any direct communication with him at all. I don't communicate with him directly. We don't communicate directly. I just see him shoot Instagram stories at me, and then I launch tweets at him. Yeah, I'm just saying, like, I'm done talking about it. My communities are going to be done posting about it.
Sure.
Yeah, that's it.
Yep, that's it. And Ethan Klein decided to get on air and, in the most insane direction, admit that that account was his, and then say, "I have nothing to hide or apologize for," and then he deleted everything on the troll account. So let's read it, shall we? A nice long essay from our favorite podcaster, I don't know, comedian, Reddit user, I don't know. "My friends, I have a terrible confession to make. Yes, it is true that my 15-year-old Reddit account was identified by using a doxing website that lists a history of all emails and passwords that have been leaked in illegal data breaches." Dude, you cannot moral high ground about doxing people when you've said explicitly that, like, you want the Redditors to be doxed and to be afraid of, like, clipping you and talking about you and posting about you. Like, you've explicitly said that the goal with the subpoena is to dox them so you can get their full names. Like, the idea that none of that is a threat, that, like, you're somehow against this or, like, above this or something like that. No, stop, dude. He doxed you. I mean, yeah, he didn't even bother to try and pretend like it wasn't happening. Like, at least there's some plausible deniability if when he made his video, he, like, censored my name or something like that. But, like, that's not what happened. So we'll continue. With Reddit's help, a post last night was made on the Snark subreddit by the person who obtained this information. With Reddit's help, this person was able to disseminate this illegally and maliciously obtained information to a community whose sole purpose is to harass me, my family, and my employees. In doing so, some terrible revelations were made. 1, it's my account username. Troll made a few bizarre and edgy attempts at being funny. Bizarre and edgy attempts at being funny? Where's the funny? What was the punchline? What's the punchline? The punchline of literally every single one of those posts was just like, that was the punchline of every single one of those jokes. Okay, continuing. It was common on Reddit 15 years ago to create a thematically named troll account to post silly things from. Silly? We're going with silly. That's not the word I would use, but okay. The method was to have Redditors read something crazy and then check the username and realize it was just a goof. You can see the evidence of this on most of the posts made in character. These troll stories include anecdotes that clearly never happened, including a story that references my children who were born 10 years later. Further evidence of this is simply that I was promoting my YouTube channel while doing these parody posts. I knew I was personally identifiable the entire time. I was trying to be funny so people would look at my account and discover my YouTube channel. I was not ashamed of it then, and I am not ashamed of it now. I feel like you should be. I feel like if that was my account, I would be ashamed of it. Personally. Embarrassed, yes. On par with cringing at my old YouTube videos, there are a few posts of me being, quote, a Zionist Jewish supremacist, end quote, which include me mostly arguing with someone calling Israel Nazi Germany. In totality, about 95% of the posts were about StarCraft 2 or self-promoting my YouTube channel. I have nothing to hide and nothing to apologize for. And remember, folks, joking about is not the same as having it on your computer. Nothing to hide and nothing to apologize for, but then he deleted all of the posts. Why didn't he use the sponsor redact me or whatever to clear this type of history? I don't know, dude. I don't know. I genuinely don't understand. The problem for me is like, I'm sure he thought it was funny and memes and jokes and whatever when he made all of those posts. But why would you go ahead and like target the number of people that you've targeted for old videos or old clips? Like he spent a whole week on the Hassan doesn't listen to music. Isn't that crazy that Hassan doesn't listen to music? What? Or like he'll pull up the video of Hassan talking about Miley Cyrus or whatever when he was like 20 and he's like, can you believe this disgusting behavior? It's like, wait. So why is it that when you make funny jokes that you're claiming are just funny meme jokes about that's all good and nothing to be ashamed of and nothing to be embarrassed about. And then when Hassan makes a cringe joke about Miley Cyrus when he was 20, that's unacceptable behavior. It's disgusting. He needs to be held accountable for this shit. It's like, wait, so they're jokes when you do it and they're always serious when everybody else does it. Do you think Redact Me is the one that leaked /docs? Do you think because isn't the owner of Redact Me a Pestiny ally? I mean, no, I don't think that that's what happened. I think that it was Destiny fans that did that. So more specifically, let me show you guys why I think that or why I'm saying that. Ethan's hit piece against Hassan worked because it was mining. Sorry, this is a Destiny post on Twitter. Because he was mining my subreddit for information to use. Despite what dipshits like Hassan and others lie about, I enforce really high standards when it comes to clipping / attacking people. The out of context bullshit doesn't happen in my community for that reason, and it's why it falls flat when Hassan tries to claim anything we say about him is out of context. Oh my God, dude. When Ethan attacked me, though, he relied on others to source his attacks. These people don't have quite the same standards. Okay, there's no standards here. There's literally no standards here. Okay, like be fucking for real for 2 seconds. Just be real. And I think that's the thing that I would guess Ethan Klein hasn't thought about, which is that the Destiny Hate Brigade will work way harder to try and torment you, and they will work way harder to try and like resurface clips of you than anyone in this camp will. And I think he didn't, and also they're happy to be dishonest about it, as dishonest as they want. Whereas like people on the left are generally trying at least to be honest because it's like, we think that the facts will vindicate us. So yeah. Hold up. Borelli flies the flag of Palestine in his bio. Oh yeah, because now you have to understand that Mr. Borelli is such a fantastic moron that all of his positions are just contrarian positions. And he only believes what his enemies don't believe. And since he was beefing with Hassan for the longest time, his position was not free Palestine. It was pro-Israel. And now that he's beefing with Ethan Klein, it's free Palestine. But really, we should all be thanking one person. Okay? There's one person that needs to get thanked for all of this.
What I'm about to do now, and this is really important that I do this, I'm about to do a protection spell on myself against Ethan Klein. I'm going to be summoning protective energies to try to just keep you safe during this time. Protect us from Ethan Klein. Protect us from his wife. Protect us from that bald man, Dan. Protect us from Epstein. Protect us from Diddy Dan. Protect us from AB. Protect us from Olivia. Protect us from the H3 podcast, all of the affiliates. We need your protection, goddess. Shemanan Shananina, Lalabana, Balalasa. Help us. Shiminanana, Ashamananisa Manasha, Ashamananisha Manasha. Protect us from Ethan Klein. Protect us from his wife. Protect us from the viewers of the H3 podcast, the wicked, evil viewers of the H3 podcast, wishing people harm, wishing women harm, wishing mothers, sisters, daughters harm. All of the incel energy infesting the interwebs right now. We call upon your protection from it.
Oh, God. Oh, wait. I'm sorry. Before we get into this one last thing on this story. Before we get into this last thing. Let's see. Anything else? Oh, yeah. Then we can move on to the really fun Taylor Lorenz story. Oh, yeah. Anyways. And then on Ethan's story, he posted iDubbbz's tweet, which I think iDubbbz's tweet, I mean, I think that was a joke. That was an actual joke, right? iDubbbz made a tweet with like a photo of Danny DeVito from Sunny in Philadelphia when he's playing the Trash Man, the wrestler, the Trash Man. And iDubbbz says, "It's my character. I'm the troll. I come out, I make comments all over Reddit." And then Ethan said, "Hey, N-word guy, take the back seat on this one." Dude, you can't call somebody else the N-word guy when there's a fucking 12-minute, 8-minute clip of you saying this. Come on, dude, stop. Please. This is the last one I want to do. And then I want to talk about the Taylor Lorenz story.
Destiny be like, excuse me, what if there was a nuke that was about to go off in New York City and the only way to stop it is to insert a USB with into my computer and watch it? What then? Destiny.
Oh, God, dude. Oh, my God. All right. Well, it'll be very interesting to see how Ethan Klein responds, or if he doesn't respond at all. I think he's going to, honestly, I think he's going to stop. Because I think, personally, Dan Stockman, Epstein's right-hand man, I think he is kind of being a mediator. And low-key, I think he is playing both sides. So I think he's probably trying to, like, convince Ethan, like, no, haha, you should stop attacking Destiny, ha ha ha. You got him so good, you really got him. So I think that's what he's doing right now. So there's a 50-50. There's a 50-50 on this. Diddy Dan caught in the middle? Yeah. Yeah. That's my guess. That's my guess. I think we might actually stop. I think we might actually successfully, but unfortunately, that's not successful for us, right? You should be a huge H3 fan, Arab girly, became one of yours instead. Yoink.